Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. We'll just go straight into things. Matt, go ahead.
Coach, before we get into the actual game, what's the status of Conrad Wallem?
He's okay. It's just a knock in the eye, so he was blurry for a while, but there's no concussion, so he should be fine.
And what did you see positive that your team did in this game? What were you proud of in this draw against LAFC?
We were fighting, fighting very hard. We were defending really well in the first half. Struggled on the ball, which made us defend for a longer period of time, and we did that extremely well. We built on last week's performance and continue that. So proud of the boys, the hard work they put in today.
What did you see in the first half that caused you to sub Salio for Thomas Ostrak?
Thomas was tired. He expressed he was not his legs were gone, but he was extremely tired. So he could have possibly had 5 or 10 minutes more in him, but we thought it was a better idea to change.
Go ahead, Charlie.
Hi, Coach. After half, and when you go up, you switch to a 4-man backfield compared to your 5-man. Can you take me through the decision making of going from the 5-man to the 4-man after half?
Yeah, it was mostly on the ball. I thought we really struggled on the ball in the first half. So it was a way of trying to get some more options there, building with the 4 and having more players in central areas, more options there for that back 4, and a little bit more free movement there from them 3. So I thought it worked fairly well. We looked better on the ball in the second half.
And when do you think City fans can see the new acquisition Silva on the pitch for in City Red?
Sorry, I lost you there. What did you say?
When do you think City fans could see the new acquisition Silva on the pitch in City Red?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. He came late in the week. I just had a couple of sessions in, so yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, he'll get a good week of training in and be available again for next week.
Go ahead, Justin.
Coach, in the first half, Ben Lundt made some big saves to keep things level, to keep the team in it, and then the PK save in the second half was also turned out to be a momentous save. Can you just explain kind of what you saw from Ben Lundt tonight and how important those saves were?
Yeah, I mean, great saves, as you said in that first half, the 1v1 and the penalty. So extremely important for us. Obviously, he made a couple of he's made some nice saves in the past as well. Unfortunately, hasn't given us any points, but today gave us 1 point at least.
And yeah, at the end of the game, it looked like there was some disappointment there. Obviously, holding it as long as you did, but was there a sense of like that you should have came out with 3 points since you got the goal heading into stoppage time?
Yeah, definitely. Extremely disappointed with the result.
Thanks.
Jeremy, go ahead.
Coach, question for you. When it comes to the losing the ball as much as you did in the first half, was that more the result of something LAFC were doing to you guys, or do you think there was some self-inflicted errors as well?
Probably a combination. We have to look at it, but there were a lot of ball losses for various reasons. I'm sure we have to look into it. I think at the end of the first half, we were probably quite tired, so that affected the quality. But earlier in the half, we had some very strange ball losses. So we just have to look at it, whether it was just ourselves, or really good pressure from LAFC, or a combination of those.
And then from your vantage point, what are the biggest things that you think you can build on as a club after a performance like tonight?
Yeah, we've got to continue with this fighting spirit. You know, the will to win. They're putting in a great effort out there, the boys, and have done so for you know the whole season. And we've got to really keep that going and you know try to improve on our try to improve on the ball, and hopefully we'll start winning games.
We'll do Tom, Charlie, then Matt.
Olaf, one of the things you talked about was, focus with this team and not giving up goals at times. Did you guys lose focus there on that last play where they got the time, or not the last play, but on the last goal?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think you could see that was an incredible goal to concede at that point. We're on the opposition half, and you know, a transition at that stage shouldn't happen. Obviously, so extremely disappointing.
Charlie? Matt, we'll go with you then. Go ahead, Matt.
Coach, on that last goal, the last goal that your team scored, was there ever a thought of making an additional sub or bunkering a little bit more to preserve the lead going into stoppage?
Yeah, that was a possibility, and yeah, we were thinking of it, and the options we had was sort of a chaotic game in many ways with all the changes, you know, and a couple of not injuries, but a couple of guys who had to come off, or three guys actually. You know, it wasn't easy at the end, and I thought we looked really good in the moment. I think it would have been more for you know, wasting a little bit of time to you know, making that change. But yeah, fortunately they scored, and after that, you know, it wasn't really on our minds.
What do you credit to that goal? I mean, Denny Bwanga is a unique player in MLS, but playing through three of your defenders, do you credit a failure in the back line to cover him, or do you credit him as an individual player in MLS?
I mean, we have to look at it. We shouldn't obviously lose the ball like that when we're in control of it in the opposition half. To get a transition at that stage, you know, it shouldn't happen, and you know, we probably should have done better to stop the goal. We have to have a look at it, but also it's one of the best players in the MLS, really fast and really good 1v1, you know, you know, it's probably you know, a mix of the two, a good individual performance from him, but yeah, overall we should have done better to stop it.
We'll go to Charlie.
Coach, City, your squad had a 75% passing completion rate this game. Can you just talk about the importance of smooth transitions in the passing game when talking about trying to get 3 points against a team like LAFC?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good team here at home, especially. So yeah, I mean, it's not a bad result, but I thought the way the guys worked today, despite, you know, of not having the best day on the ball, they just continued to fight really hard, and you know, didn't show any kind of frustration. Then we tried to help them by changing things around a little bit for the second half, and I thought they looked comfortable, and we knew the chances were gonna come, and so they did, and we had some great transition moments where we could have scored. Yeah, and obviously with them scoring in the last minutes, very disappointing to not get 3 points.
We have time for one more, so we'll go with Justin.
Coach, kind of on that same point, it seemed like in the second half, Marcel Hartel was more in the transition, jumping up into play a little bit more often, or at least a little more forward on the field. Was that the plan going into it? And do you feel like that's something you can build off of with how successful you were in that second half, especially down a man?
Yeah, I think so. I think we really have to have a look at it. I thought I think there are probably some positives from the second half that we can bring into next games for sure. For sure, he had a more forward position in the first half as well, in this game. So yeah, we'll have a good look at it and see if we can change things around a little bit for next weekend.
Coach, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
And here he comes.
Hello.
We'll go right into things. Matt, go ahead.
Marcel, talk to us about what you saw at the beginning of the game. How did that first half go, and what were you successful in, and what were you struggling with?
I think in total we don't play a good first half. We have too many ball losses after we won the ball. We give it too easy away. We had some good moments where we played out of pressure, when we win the ball and go to transition. But yeah, I think in the first half we have only the moment from Seti where Luis make a good save, and that's it. So the first half in total was not a good one. We talked about it in the halftime, and I think if you see how we come out for the second half, completely different phase. We played out with confidence, with courage. Also, when Ben had the ball, if you see our goal was a perfect example what this team can do. We have a lot of quality. We can play out, and this goal is a perfect example. And yeah, if you get a red card and you score a goal, it can't happen that we concede another goal.
Yeah, in that second half, talk about when Celio came on for Thomas Ostrak. How did that change what you were doing on the field, and how did it help lead to Seti's goal?
Yeah, first Celio came in. He played as a left wing, as a left striker, and I go one position back on Thomas' position as a 6 with Alfie together. Yeah, it's changed only the position from Celio. He is a winger. He is a very good 1-against-1 player. If we can play out and can find him right, that he have the option to go 1v1. He's a very good 1v1 player, and he hold the ball quite often, and he helps us for sure.
We'll go with Justin and then Charlie.
And Marcel, it seemed like in the second half especially, you had more opportunities running with the ball in transition. Was that because of those adjustments, or was there something that LAFC did where it just allowed you to get up into space a little bit more often?
I think the most important thing that happened, that I can drive the ball to the last line from LAFC, was that we don't kick the ball immediately away. So we try to find our mates when we win the ball, and Alfie, when I remember, Alfie find me immediately with a diagonal pass, and I had the chance to go 3-against-2 against the last line for LA, and this happened sometimes in the second half. So the most important why that happened is that we find, after we win the ball, our men.
And then sometimes after teams go down a man, they start to bunker, play a little more conservatively. But it seemed like you guys had more of a second gear after that point and found some good chances after that. Was that just the space opening up in the midfield, or just like the determination in that moment?
This is actually a good question. Sorry. Also against Philly, we was 1 man down, and we played better than before. And now we also was 1 man down and played similar to the second half where we started. So we was not afraid to push forward. We want to win this game also with 1 man down, and we had like the all or nothing mindset, and this was a very good mindset what we had when we lost Alfie.
All right, we're racing against time here, so we'll go Charlie, then wrap up with Jeremy.
Hey Marcel, give up the late goal, not the result you want. You wish you could have 3 points. You come out with the 1 against a good LAFC team. You travel to Seattle to play another top 10 team in the West next week. What's the morale like in the locker room? Like, what's the feel with the guys? Are you confident going into the game with Seattle? Do you feel like you can go out and get 3 points?
Of course, we have a lot of confidence. I mean, you said we played against a very good opponent. LAFC is a very good team, and we were so close to get 3 points away. What is tough. So I mean, we can, especially the second half, we have a lot of positive things what we can analyze and can take over to the next game in Seattle.
Wrap up with Jeremy.
And Marcel, kind of jumping in on that, into that answer there, what are some specifics you think you can build on from this game and as you move forward into Seattle next week?
So especially the second half, when we try to play, when we find our teammates after we win the ball and not kick it immediately away if we only get a bit pressure from the opponent. So also under pressure to try to find our men, even if we do mistakes. It's a sports. Mistakes happen all the time in the games, and but we have to deal with this mistakes. If some guy lose the ball, we don't care. We have to win the ball back and do it next time again and again and again. And for the future is the most important.
Jello, thank you. We appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, bro. See ya.
Ben, welcome. Let's go straight into it, guys. Let's go, Matt, Justin, and Charlie.
Ben, this was only the second PK ever saved by St. Louis City. What was that moment like when you were facing Denny Bwanga and one of the most elite strikers in all of MLS? What was going through your mind, and what was your thought process in making that save?
Yeah, I mean, every challenge is an opportunity. I think I had a pretty good idea of what he wanted to do. Alex Langer, we do a lot of video on the opponent before the games, so I had a pretty good idea. We discussed the situation. We'll try, to prepare for those kind of situations to help the team, and yeah, that's why I think I was prepared and knew his rhythm. He's not going to stutter step. I knew he's going to just try to hit it hard into a corner, and I just went for it, what we discussed, and it worked out.
I think it was 7 saves or so that you had on the night. A pretty stellar performance, all things considered. What is your evaluation of how you did on the pitch?
Yeah, I mean, Roman has been out, and my job is to jump in and replace him. But I also, try to do my best to show everybody that I can play in this league, and I want to send out a message. So of course, it's not easy. You want to win games and get points. But it's a team sport, and all I can do is put my team in a winning position, and that's the job of a goalkeeper. Sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. And I feel like, we almost had 3 points today, and in the big picture, we can be happy with 1 point. Yeah.
Do you think you put your team in a good position to win based on your performance?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Go ahead, Justin.
And at the end of the game, the scenes around, at least on TV, showed everyone from City to LAFC were a little bit disappointed to leave with a draw. Do you think that's a fair representation then of how that game played out?
Yeah, I mean, it's brutal. You're up 2-1 in the last 2 minutes of the game. Of course you want to win. There's no question about that. We feel all very disappointed. It feels like a loss now. But again, you rewind a little bit. They had a couple of good chances. They bring quality players in. They have a lot of firepower. We know it. We are away in LAFC. It's a good crowd. They're loud. A lot of good players on the pitch, and they had more from the first half for sure. We're okay going into the locker room with 0-0. We score, and again, they have quality players, and they had a penalty when it was 1-1. It can go the other way. You go down a goal in LA. It can turn quickly into 3, 4, especially with a man down. But yeah, we kept it even. We get a little bit lucky. We score the set piece. Yeah, of course you want to win, but it wasn't meant to be today. I think Denny Bwanga was a little bit mad that he didn't score 1 or 2 more. But yeah, they have quality players, and it showed today.
But if I'm remembering correctly, I think you had a pretty good performance in LA last year as well. There's a set piece in the first half where the ball is off the post. There's a lot of chaos going around. It looks like you get a piece of it. Like, did you feel like you're really on top of your game at that moment, especially?
Yeah, I mean, I feel good. Again, I've been feeling good the last couple of years as well, playing games, getting thrown in a lot on away games, but I had a lot of really good performances in a St. Louis shirt, and it's just hard to just get a little snapshot. You have maybe 3, 4, 5 games of a season, and if it's sometimes just a little snapshot. Games don't go your way, and again, St. Louis have a lot of passionate fans, and sometimes they can be quite hard. But I'm just taking the stretch of games now to show, hey, I'm a good player in this league. I know I can do it. I've shown it in the past at my clubs, and I feel good. I feel confident, and it's not just about the saves. I feel at the moment I feel confident with the ball at my feet. I feel like I've been playing some solid balls, coming out for crosses. I personally feel good out there. We just need to collect some points, and next week, yeah, is another big opportunity for us to go to Seattle and maybe get 1 or 3 points.
Ben, thank you. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.